Hey guys, it's Alex, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a little bit of a makeup challenge. This is going to be how I did my makeup then and now. So this is going to be the then side, this is going to be the now side. This is how I'm going to do my makeup now in 2020, and this is the side of 2016, which is roughly like my sophomore or junior year, which is so different from like both sides. Honestly, you guys will see very soon. But yeah, I've seen a lot of YouTubers do it. I think the video that I saw was Shannon XO did it. I'll link her video down below if you guys want to see. But yeah, I'm going to be pretty much doing a little makeup challenge of how I did my makeup back then and how I do it now. It's so different, like so different, you guys will see. But yeah, if you guys like this video, also leave a comment down below other makeup challenges or other videos like for makeup that you guys want to do. Like I know there's so many makeup challenges out there that are kind of old that I kind of want to like bring back, like the no mirror makeup challenge, like the 5-minute makeup challenge. There's so challenges from like 2015, 2014 that I kind of want to bring back into 2021 and do but yeah, leave a comment down below if you guys want me to do like more makeup challenges, because they're really fun to film. So this is gonna be really a challenge because now I gotta remember how I did my makeup back then. Don't really know. I know how I did it. I know I was definitely a full coverage queen without eyeshadow, and this side I'm like natural, a little bit of coverage, really crazy eyeshadow, and all that stuff. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I did my makeup then and how I do it now, just keep on watching. And also, before I hop in, make sure you guys subscribe and give the video a big thumbs up. And yeah, I don't really know where I'm gonna start, but let's get started. Alright, so let's get started. So like I said, this is gonna be then, this is gonna be now. But with me editing, it's gonna be flipped, and the thumbnail, it's gonna be flipped. So this is then and this is now. So let's not get confused. This is then and this is now, because I was going to do it the other way, but when I'm editing, it's going to flip. So this is then, and this is now. So the first thing I'm going to do is take a brown eyeliner, and I'm just going to draw literally a line right down the center of my face. I know a lot of people use like a white eyeliner. I don't have a white eyeliner. I'm not trying to use black, so I'm just going to use like a brown eyeliner. This is literally just from Wet n Wild. I'm just going to make it so I know that it's similar on both sides. So the first thing I'm going to do is moisturize. This is my e.l.f. Daily Hydrating Moisturize. I'm actually going to moisturize all both sides because I literally like moisturize back then. So I'm just going to apply this to both sides of my face. I'm not trying to mess up the line. I'm just going to apply this pretty much all over my face. Now slow down my neck. So pretty much for the makeup then and now, I'm pretty much just going to go in the order that I usually do my makeup. So the first thing I'm going to do is primer. So I said this is then, literally back then, I did not prime at all. I did not know what, I think I knew what primer was, but I don't think I could afford primer. And back then there wasn't really people like hyping up on YouTube with like primer and stuff. So I didn't prime. But on the now side, I actually do. So this is the Revolution Little like Putty primer, and this is the NYX Angel Developed Little Skin Primer. I've actually used both of these before. I like using them together. So first I'm just going to apply the NYX one. I'm just going to apply it to this side. And just like blending it out with my finger. And then I'm going to take the Revolution one, and I'm also going to apply it to the nose side. I mostly just focus it on my nose and like my chin, my forehead, and then blend it out with my fingers. These two primers together are like really good. So I'm just applying this, just not on the nail side because I literally did not prime at all. Like my pores back then were like screaming because they were really bad. But I feel like now I've gotten better with makeup, so I kind of know different techniques, and I prime. I always prime before I do my face. So the next step is going to be eyebrows. So for then, literally all I did was a little like pencil like eyebrow thing. This is actually from e.l.f. that I used to use. I'm literally just going to fill in my eyebrows with this. This is literally all I did for my brows. I literally just used a brow like little pencil and filled them in. I barely filled them in. I literally just did this. Like, or I really did. This doesn't even match my eyebrows, but that's literally all I did. I didn't clean them up or nothing because obviously I'm getting this all over the place. I didn't clean them up. I literally just did this. That was it. Look, this is like a black on my eyebrows. This really does not match at all. That's literally all I did. So that is then. So now I'm moving on to now. This is the Morphe Brow Pomade. I haven't not used this in a while, but I'm literally just going to use this to fill in my eyebrows. And I'm just using a little e.l.f. angle brush. And I feel like now I actually like fill in my eyebrows. So I'm just going to like fill them in. And if I make any mess ups, I usually go back over with concealer to like shape them, but I'm just filling them in. And this one actually like matches my eyebrows. You can definitely tell a difference. Like, this is more like shaped and colored in, and this is just kind of like da 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 da. Like da 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 da. Whatever. Like, I just filled them really fast. But yeah, that's pretty much my now brow, and this is like the then brow. Like, you can probably tell a difference. Also, the shades are so off. This is like black, and this is like a natural like eyebrow color, and also the shape is so much better than this. Just so much better. So now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow. So on the now side, I'm actually gonna take my concealer and just apply it to my lids. This is gonna be like an eyeshadow primer. I always do this. I'm not going to do it on the then side because I didn't do it back then. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender and blend this out. Once this is all blended out, I'm now going to go into my little contour, like little palette thing. And I'm going to grab the contour right here and a little crease brush. And I'm honestly just going to apply this to my crease on the then side. This is all I did for eyeshadow. Like, I literally didn't do eyeshadow. I think I started doing eyeshadow like my senior year, but 2016 was just like foundation and everything, and then bronzer and the crease, and then mascara and eyebrows. That was it. So I'm just gonna grab this and apply this to my crease, just my crease, not my outer crease or like outer V, just the crease, and blend it out. I'm pretty sure this is like the same one that I like use, but a different like new one, because this one is like a new one. And that's literally all I did. I didn't do no like shimmer. I think I put shimmer in my inner corner, but that was it for eyeshadow. But on the now side, I'm actually going to take this Rimmel London Electric Violet Edition little eyeshadow, because I've been really getting into crazy eyeshadow looks and very natural. So I'm just going to use this palette to create my eyeshadow look for now. So first, to set the concealer, I'm just going to take the shade right here and just set the concealer. To start on the eyeshadow for the now side, I'm going to take the shade right here in my Morphe M433 brush and just apply this to my crease. And I'm just going to put this into my crease. And then to darken the outer crease, I'm going to take the shade right here on the same brush. And I'm just going to mostly focus this on the outer crease. And I'm going to take a little bit of the black that's also in that eyeshadow and add it over where I just applied it, just over the purple to make it a little bit more darker. And just pretty much just mixing the two colors, which is like the purple and the black, just kind of mixing the shadows together and blending it all out. And now for the lid shade, I'm going to take a little like eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to take these two colors right here and mix them together, and I'm going to apply it to my lid. Ooh, that's really pretty. Got it a lot better with my eyeshadows and how to blend and how like what colors go together and like placement of like where your eyeshadow should go, and I've definitely gotten better. I feel like I did a little bit of eyeshadow in high school, but it was like really bad. But I feel like now that I've gotten so much better. And then I'm just going to take the same shimmer from what I just used and just put this in my inner corner on the thin side. That's literally all I did, which is a little bit of like inner highlight. I didn't really do highlight, which you'll see, but I just put a little bit of shimmer in my inner corner. So now moving on to eyeliner. This is the L'Oreal Superstar Liquid Eyeliner. I'm just going to do eyeliner on the nail side, because back then I did not know how to do eyeliner. I've gotten better over the past like 2 years, but I'm just going to apply eyeliner. That's pretty much my eyeliner done. So now moving on to the nail side. All I literally did was take like an eye pencil, like a black eye pencil, and literally put it on my eyelid. Didn't really blend it, just put it on my eyelid. And then put it in my waterline, which I don't do now because it just makes my eyes look weird. So just put this in my waterline. It's okay if it's messy because I didn't really blend. I literally just applied it. Like literally like that. That's literally all I did. It's pretty much how the eyeliner looks on that side. Like it's messy. That's literally all I did. And then on this side it's a little bit more like glam and stuff. This side is very natural. Like I feel like I probably still wear this like now, but I really like the whole glam kind of look. Alright, so now the eyeshadow is done. So now we're gonna move on to foundation. I'm first gonna probably start off with the nail side. But for the nail side, I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Photos Focus foundation. I feel like now I do very like natural but still full coverage. And then on the thin side, it was like full coverage all the way. So I'm just gonna take this. This is very like natural because I still like having like my acne scars and a little bit of my freckles like peeking in. And on the inside, my skin was really bad. So like I understand how I did full coverage, but it was really like cakey and stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of lightly apply this all over my face. Just keep it on the thin side. Take my beauty blender and blend all this out. Like yeah, still nowadays I still do like a full coverage like look. But recently, since my skin is like really good, I just go for like a really natural. I definitely do have this days that I want to go like a full coverage, but it's so like natural. You can still see my skin under it, and it's still a little bit more coverage. If I want a little bit more coverage, just add some concealer over it. But this is like very natural. This is like what I do like every day. And now moving on to the inside. This is my Maybelline 24-hour little foundation. This is a little bit darker on me. I never knew how to color match back then. So I'm just going to use this and literally pump it on the back of my hand and literally just apply this. This foundation is very full coverage. I'm just literally going to apply this like very cakey all over my face. And sometimes I get my eyebrows. I never cleaned it up. Like this is going to be very cakey and very dark on me, which I did back then. And then also apply it down my neck, even though sometimes I always forgot. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend all this out. It's not matching at all, even though I wear this now when I'm self-tan. But back then I didn't know how to match or nothing. The difference in the covers, this is very light and natural, and this is like definitely like full coverage. And then blend it down my neck, but do like a really bad job because I didn't really know how to blend it down my neck. I always forgot. So I always had like a white neck and orange face. And then I'm just gonna go back to my Wet n Wild and blend it down my neck and apply a little bit more. And then I'm just going to blend all this out and see how this foundation like matches. So now moving on to concealer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Little Concealer. So I'm going to first do the thin side. Really what I did was the triangle. You guys remember the triangle? How everyone used to do the triangle? That's literally what I did. And then I put some like right here and like on my chin and my nose, and that's literally what I did. My beauty blender, and blend it out. Like, it just looks very cakey. So that is pretty much my concealer on this side. So now moving on to the now side. I do such a different technique. I literally just put it here, 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 and then a little bit of look at my acne, and that's pretty much all I do. And I feel like this way just brings up my face. This like doesn't really do nothing, so I'm just gonna blend this out with my beauty blender. I don't even know if you can tell the difference. This is like the thin side and this is the now side. Like, I'm hoping you can like definitely tell the difference. Like, I feel like this side of my face is like more up and this is just like flat, I feel like. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to cream contour. I'm just gonna do it on the now side because I like cream contour. So I'm just gonna like apply this where I would cream contour, and then take my beauty blender and blend this out. Oh, just blending it all out. I don't do too much, but I do a little bit of cream contour now. Alright, so now we're gonna move on to powder. Literally the thin side, I don't think I used powder, but I'm just going to use my air sponge. I'm going to bake. I didn't bake or powder on this side at all. This is just the air sponge one, like I said. Just going to grab my beauty blender and I'm going to bake under my eyes and like below where I put the cream contour, and bake on my nose and my forehead. So I'm just gonna bake for a little bit. I'm not gonna bake too long, but I'm just gonna move on to mascara. I'm just gonna put some mascara on my bottom eyelashes on the thin side. And then I'm gonna grab my e.l.f. little like eyebrow thing. I actually did use this back then. So I'm just gonna kind of like brush out my eyebrows with this. And then for my eyebrows, for like setting them on the now side, this is the NYX Brow Glue. It's really, really, really good. It's almost like it's really gloopy. I'm just gonna use this to set my eyebrows in place. Alright, so now I'm gonna wipe away this bake. I literally let it sit on my face for maybe like a minute or two. I don't really let it sit for that long. I'm just kind of using whatever is left on like the powder to set the rest of my face. So now the fun part is bronzer slash contour. So I'm going to first start off with the thin side. This is the same one that I literally use. I legit grabbed a lot and just put it like all over the place. Like, I didn't like go like this or like dust it off. I literally just applied it everywhere. It looks good, but I don't know, it's very patchy and stuff. Like, I legit just put it all over the place, especially on my forehead. I just applied it everywhere. And now moving on to the nail side, I still use the same thing. I just use the brush. I use like the end of the brush, dust it all, and pretty much just apply it where I just cream contour, just keep it in this like little motion right here. And then same thing for my forehead, just applying it where I just apply the cream contour and the blend. Same thing on the jaw, just blend it out. And then for my nose, recently, for the past like month, I've been putting just all over my nose. Just all over my nose. Once I add highlight and stuff, it looks a lot better. But I feel like I'm a little bit more like really good at contour. I make sure that I do the shape. I just don't blend it like all over the place like I used to. Sometimes I do with my bronzer, but if I'm contouring, I like mix in contouring and blending. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to mascara on both sides. I'm just going to apply my mascara. Then I'm going to move on to blush. This is the Maybelline Fit Me blush. And I'm just going to apply it to the nail side. Just apply it to like where I apply my highlight and my nose and a little bit on my forehead. I really like blush. This side, I didn't wear blush at all. Alright, so I don't even know what I was saying. My camera just shut off. But pretty much the last thing I'm going to do is highlight. This is the Revolution highlight. All I'm going to do is apply it to my nail side. I just apply it to my nose, my forehead, my chin, and my cheekbones. And then I'm just going to take my highlight again and take a little brush and put that into my inner corner. All I literally did was just highlight this side, and I didn't really highlight on the nail side because I think highlight wasn't really a thing. But now I love highlight. Alright, so my camera just shut off. I don't know when it shut off, but I'm just applying this to this side. I move on to the nail side. This is the e.l.f. little lipstick. It's like a nudie kind of color. I think I showed this in my like full face of e.l.f. I'm just gonna apply this to my lips. Apply some lip gloss. This is the Revolution lip gloss. I really like this lip gloss. I'm just gonna apply it over the lipstick. My favorite part of the whole makeup look, this is pretty much the final result, but for the nail set I'm just gonna grab my little like eyeshadow from e.l.f. and do some fake freckles because I'm obsessed with fake freckles. So I'm just gonna apply it to the nail side, just apply it to like my nose and like my forehead. And I pretty much just apply it like literally everywhere. I'm just gonna take my fingers and blend it out. And yeah, that is pretty much the final result of my makeup, how I did it then and now. Again, this is now and this is then. Very full coverage, a little bit cakey, barely in the eyeshadow, very kind of messy eyeliner. And this is now very glam, natural, I don't know, very subtle, even though with the purple eyeshadow, but this looks really accurate to this side. Honestly, this is literally how my makeup looked like every day in high school. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.